I think Imavov can certainly be one of the best in that division. I think he's dangerous because he is very technical offensively. I think that when you talk about a guy who has made great improvements in regards to his takedown defense, which he certainly needs, I think that's huge. Is he going to be extremely dangerous on the ground? No, but I think he's good enough to defend himself on the ground. They're not that the 185-pound division are filled with a ton of ground specialists. I think you have, Hamzat Chimaev, you have Bo Nickel, who are really well known for their takedown game and ground and pound and control. So I think that they would certainly struggle against guys like that. But in regards to their striking, I think they're right up there with some of the best. Imavov has shown that he is very well rounded as a striker. His hands, his clinch game, his ability to keep range on the outside. It was a little concerning that he was getting hit with some of those big shots by Dolidze, even when he was landing. But still, I think that he wasn't really respecting Dolidze a whole lot. He certainly had a huge advantage. He was making Dolidze just look straight up bad on the feet at times, like Dolidze didn't even belong in there at times. So I think that's a positive sign because Dolidze is very dangerous. But I think more than anything else, not that I'm trying to swing it the way of Dolidze at this stage of the game, but I was more disappointed in Dolidze because I think at this stage of the game, he proved himself to not necessarily be elite. Like, I think he's got a lot of room for improvement when it comes to not only his striking game, but his takedown game. He was shooting, just off balance, didn't really have a whole lot of ability to adapt to some of the takedown defenses of Imavov. And when you have a guy in Imavov who's, yes, he's from Dagestan, but he doesn't come from that strong wrestling pedigree, which you typically see from fighters of that region, that can be a concern. So anyways, great positives for Imavov, who continues to show his takedown defense, his ability to get off the ground if he does get there, his ability to avoid submissions, and his striking is extremely sharp. I think Dolidze was lucky a few times in that fight that he didn't get taken out.
Imavov also went through a training camp switch and seems to have, left no stone unturned in terms of trying to improve. He's 13-3 as a pro. He'll be 28 on March 1st. And yeah, maybe some regression for the Georgian Dolidze, right? 35 years of age, had a huge knockout of Jack Hermanson the end of 2022, I believe, and just hasn't been able to sort of consistently ascend the way some of these other middleweights have. And in a big year for the 185-pound division, got to think Nassourdine Imavov is going to get a big fight. We'll see what happens with some of the other up-and-coming contenders like Brendan Allen and everybody else. And I have also said, too, of Roman Dolidze, you may remember me saying this in the past, in a fighter meeting setting, most intimidating fighter for me, Roman Dolidze, right? Like, I just don't want to ask that guy anything resembling a stupid question, And I think some of that intimidation translates to the octagon. So a nice win for Nassourdine Imavov, even if the fans didn't enjoy most of the aesthetic.